Hey guys, this is John from Character Red again. So in my introductory video, I told you guys that I was going to talk about safety for a little bit. So I'm not trying to take too much of your time, but I really think it's important because I know when I first started working with tools, working with power tools and regular hand tools, doing woodworking projects, I didn't really take the safety piece as serious as I should have. And you would not believe how much a little fragment of wood getting in your eye actually hurts or bothers you or can stay in your eye for a week. So just some couple things that I've got laid out on my workbench here is some safety items that I always try to have and I always try to use. So the first thing is anytime you're sanding or cutting or anything, there's going to be fragments that go into the air. So I started out with this simple, just pull it over, put it on your head, protects you from most anything. This is just a real cheap model that you can buy. I actually don't even know the brand of it. But a couple weeks ago, and I haven't even used this, but I'm really excited, I picked up this RZ mask. It's the M2 model, and it's supposed to filter up to 99.9%. Says it right on the box. I actually picked this up from Lowe's and you get 6 free filters. So this one's real easy. You just pop it on and put it back here and adjust it and it stays. You can just go wherever you want to. I got this for a couple different reasons because of how much it filters. But I've heard some really good reviews about it, and it is very comfortable to have. I've tried it on several times, haven't got to use it yet, but it is very comfortable, and I haven't heard anybody complain about how much it fits. Like the cheaper models that you're going to get is going to not be as comfortable. Second thing I got is eyewear. Make sure it won't fog up if you're working in a hot environment. Like I said in the introduction video, we're in North Carolina, so it's really humid. So get you some glasses, make sure that you're protecting your eyes. Next thing is gloves. So you can get Mechanics gloves. I've got some Cobalt gloves. Mechanics is a really good brand, has a really good price. I find that these Mechanics gloves, I don't get the feel that I get with these Cobalt gloves and some of the other brand of gloves. So I like to be able to feel things, especially when I'm pushing it through a table saw or cutting items or need to grasp onto things. So I go with those. Those have been with me for about 4 years now, and they're not really that expensive. Next thing is if you're going to finish items with stain or paint or anything like that, especially stain, you're going to want to get you some rubber gloves. I've got some polyurethane gloves right here. This is really cheap. It's a Blue Hawk. They come in a 3 count. This was like $5 at Lowe's. So these, you're not going to want to stain things in these because the stain is going to come through them. You're going to ruin your gloves. They're going to get all hard and it's going to get all over your hands. It's not like using a set of these boys. It gets on the gloves, but it won't seep through. That's what they're made for. Next thing is knee pads. If you're out, if you're doing a deck or you're doing something that requires you to be up and down on the ground, you're going to want these. Not when you're like 22 years old, 23, like when I first started out, but now that I'm 30, these things come in handy because they save my knees. And then one of the things that people often tend to not use is a push stick. Push sticks come with your table saw when you buy it, or normally it comes with any type of saw that doesn't really have a guard on. You have a guard on most table saws these days, but it's better to use a push stick than to actually use your hands, because when you're getting your hands next to the blade, if you're an experienced woodworker, it's really easy to take for granted how powerful these tools are and how dangerous they are, especially if you're working with it all the time. When you're first starting out, you're probably going to be a little bit intimidated, so chances are of you doing that is cut in half, but let's be honest. Push this, keep it about 12, 18 inches away from keep your hand about 12, 18 inches away from the saw blade, and you won't have to make any ER trips. So there it is, quick video about safety. Make sure that, you know, anytime that you're doing something, you're trying to be as safe as possible, because, you know, no project's worth losing an eye over. Alright, well, make sure you like this video if you found it helpful, and always hit that bell, tell your friends to subscribe, and we'll see you later.